Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. So as you guys can see by the title of this video and probably the thumbnail, this is going to be another vlog. Now you guys might be able to tell by the background that I'm in a different location. I feel like I have so much to update you guys on, with the most obvious one being that I'm no longer in Auckland. I will touch on that in just a second, but I really wanted to vlog because I have kind of been taking you guys along through being in a level 4 in lockdown, in like quarantine, isolation, whatever you want to call it, lockdown, and then in level 3, and then yeah, I've kind of just been documenting that whole process. So obviously I wanted to update you guys with this new development. Okay, I may as well start off with the most obvious thing, and that is that I'm no longer in Auckland. So you guys may be asking yourselves, Paige, how the heck did you get through the border? Let me explain. Phil and I left on Wednesday, and Phil had work on the Thursday. Now there wasn't really any flights in time, and the closest following flight was on Sunday. So if Phil was to get the Sunday flight, he would miss all of work, and his boss has been very lenient throughout this whole process, because if you guys are new to my channel and you're not really too familiar with what I'm talking about, basically I live in Auckland, New Zealand. My fiance lives in Hawke's Bay in New Zealand. Auckland has been in a level 4 lockdown for 5 weeks and then moved to a level 3 lockdown for a minimum of 2 weeks, and that's currently where we're kind of sitting. We're like almost at the end of those 2 weeks. Hawke's Bay was in level 4 and then level 3, and now they're in level 2. So Phil's boss has been more than lenient with him being stuck in Auckland, but then it just got to a point where his boss really needed him back for work. Phil is a bartender, so there's only like a couple of bartenders as it is that work at his place, and the only way that Phil could actually get back in time for work is if I drove him. Now they did make an update a while ago, so they were kind of like loosening the reins a little bit with traveling over the border. At the Auckland border there are people that are checking the people that are going in and out of Auckland, because most of our COVID cases are situated in Auckland, so they're trying to keep the outbreak in Auckland and not let it move throughout the rest of the country. So the reasons that you could travel were like if you are moving house, if you have custody of a kid and you don't live in that same city, then you're allowed to travel back and forth. Obviously if you are traveling for work as an essential worker, or if you are returning home. So Phil fell into that returning home category. Again, I've touched on this before in videos, but Phil had his wisdom teeth booked in before lockdown hit. He was obviously having surgery to get his wisdom teeth out. He was gonna be sedated, and he needed a driver to drive him to and from the appointment, and actually just look after him a little bit while he's like out and in pain. So that was gonna be me. So I was already planning, and I had planned, I'd booked leave to come down to Hawke's Bay and look after Phil in that time. But obviously because we went into lockdown, that appointment then got postponed. But basically the reason I was able to get over the border was because A, Phil needed a driver to drive him, because otherwise he would not get there for work in time, and because he had previously booked in his wisdom teeth and needed a driver for that, and that is a medical reason. I did have to plead with the cop to actually let me through. When we went up to the border and I told them the reason, they pulled us aside, because obviously I don't live out of Auckland, so they're trying to keep people that live in Auckland. But basically what Phil had to provide is proof of an address outside of Auckland and a negative COVID test, and I had to provide a negative COVID test as well. Yeah, they pulled us over to the side, we explained our situation, and then it came down to the cop's discretion, because it is kind of a grey area for us, and Phil couldn't just take my car because I needed my car for work. But then the cop thankfully let us go through, but he just basically said to me what my plans were going forward on when I was going to return to Auckland. So he asked me about work. He didn't know that I worked in retail, but basically in my last vlog I mentioned to you guys that I was back at work. I was only working 1 day a week and working 5 hours, so obviously I messaged my manager when this whole new update came out, and I was like, hey look, I'm gonna have to drive Phil back home because otherwise he can't get there in time, and I'm not really too sure when I'll be able to come back, but I definitely won't be there for my shift this week. And she said that was fine and that she would cover me this week, and then there's supposed to be an update tomorrow about what's happening with Auckland going forward. So we'll end up having another discussion after that update tomorrow, just when we know a little bit more about where Auckland is kind of at going forward. So I have no idea basically how long I am stuck in Hawke's Bay for, but basically I can't return back to Auckland until level 2, because if you travel out of Auckland and it's not for a custody reason, you can only travel one way. So yeah, basically I can't go back to Auckland until level 2. My manager and my work were like completely fine with it. My work is like pretty chill. I'm gutted I can't be at work because I do really enjoy my job, but it was just like circumstances at the moment are really hard, and my manager understands that with COVID things are really like up and down. But yeah, I'm back in the Bay. It feels super nice to be back home. I did actually take a little bit of footage going through the border, just because I wanted you guys to be able to see what it actually looks like. So I will put that footage in now for you. So yeah, I obviously didn't film too much. This vlog might be a little bit choppy because I have got like footage that I'm gonna have to move around. So please just bear with me for like probably like the first half of this vlog before I actually carry on the rest of my day. All I have been up to since the last time I vlogged, when I was up in Auckland, Rachel, Phil and I went out to Piha Beach. So in level 3, if you normally surf, you can go out to the beach. So Rachel normally surfs, so she really wanted to get back out, obviously surfing at the beach, and I'd never been to Piha before, so I really wanted to vlog it, but it like wasn't one of those days that I was vlogging. But it was super beautiful. It's a massive beach and the waves are like pretty intense, so yeah, it was super nice to go out there. It wasn't the warmest of days, but I did take some footage of Piha Beach as well, so I will put that footage in now for you guys to watch. So yeah, it was a super nice time, and as you guys would have seen, we ended up getting burger fuel afterwards as well to eat because we were super duper hungry. So that was a really nice day. And then obviously, yeah, I have travelled to Hawke's Bay. I haven't really been doing too much here, and then Phil was back to work and we just kind of took it really chill. I went round to my parents' house and picked up a whole lot of wedding stuff that I had stored away at their house. That's good, so I'm just trying to keep it all together. I caught up with Monique and Oscar last night, which was super good because I haven't obviously seen them for a while. There is pictures on my Instagram as well of all of these kind of updates, so yeah, definitely follow my Instagram if you want to kind of know what I'm up to before I post these vlogs. Phil and I went for a bike ride yesterday, I think, and yeah, it was super beautiful weather. Again, there are pictures on my Instagram. Phil got me a bike as a late birthday present. Phil and I are planning quite a lot of like bike rides and walks on our honeymoon, so obviously I needed a bike to be able to do some of the biking. So I will show you guys my bike in a second. I did get a little bit sunburnt, so that's probably why through here looks a bit pink. Here is pink, and then if I take my jacket off, I'll show you guys my shoulders. This is really bad, so please make sure you guys wear SPF because this is just not fun, but at least I'll have a nice tan afterwards. And then the other thing, I ordered some shoes from work. So I get like quite a lot of perks as it is with my job, but because we've recently had daylight savings, my work company gave all of the staff members an extra like 50% off to use just because it was daylight savings. I had to use it online, which is good because at the moment us Aucklanders can't really buy anything from our store because we're just only doing online orders. But I bought these shoes from work and I am super duper stoked. So if you guys are wondering, these ones are called the Molly shoes. They're super nice. They've got that little square toe, got a good little heel, kind of like this heeled mule design. This is kind of the pattern, so it's like a pink kind of like python. Cannot stress to you guys how comfortable these shoes are. I'm officially on the board for the spring and summer shoes at work. I also got some of the sole grips to go on the bottom because the bottoms are resin, so it can get quite slippery, and I got them in a 37, which is equivalent to a size 6. So usually I am a size 7, but I have found at work that usually I am a size 6 because a lot of the shoes otherwise tend to be quite big on me, and because they are leather as well, leather stretches. Already worn them out, been getting a lot of compliments on these shoes that I've just bought. And then I guess the last kind of update that I have for you guys is that there was a COVID update today. So like I said, there is going to be one tomorrow just kind of discussing Auckland's plan going forward. But there was an update today because there have been a couple of cases in the Waikato. So one of them is in like Hamilton itself and the other one is in Raglan, and there is a guy in Palmy that has COVID, but he's a truck driver, so he just happened to be in Palmy at that time, so he's isolating on his own. But basically the Waikato is going to level 3 tonight, as of midnight tonight, and then obviously Auckland is going to stay at level 3. So I was really nervous because I thought that that meant the rest of the country was going to go to level 4. Did want to touch on the COVID test as well because there is so much like drama and I feel like just miscommunication with this whole COVID test thing. So to be honest, it really is not that bad, and that's coming from me. I do not have a high pain tolerance at all. I was super duper anxious to go in and get it. There were 3 guys that were in front of us, and when one of them came out, he was like holding his nose and like like that kind of thing, and I was like, oh no, like if he's reacting like that, I'm gonna be terrible. To be honest, it really wasn't that bad. I thought it would be like a massive like long Q-tip, but it's not. Like if you guys own reusable straws, the thing that goes up your nose, it kind of looks and feels like those things that you use to clean reusable straws. So they're really not that bad. It just feels like you need to sneeze the whole time, but it wasn't painful at all. I could easily do it again, and a lot of people say they can feel it like go into their brain, but to be honest, I felt like it only kind of went up to about here. It definitely wasn't painful. You just felt like you needed to sneeze the whole time. My best friend says if you've had a smear is a lot worse. 100% agree with that statement. If you've had a tattoo or any kind of piercing that isn't your lobes, you'll be fine because those hurt way more. Basically, the plans for today, obviously my day has already started because the time is currently 3:30. So Phil and I went to church this morning, which was super nice. I haven't been to like in-person church almost 2 months because, as you guys would have been able to see through the vlogs, we've been watching church online. So it was super nice to go back and see everyone and see a lot of my friends. And then after church, Phil and I came back here, we made some lunch, watched the update, and then we went out. So again, I took some clips of that, so I will put those in now for you guys. So this here is my outfit today. So I feel like it's a little bit more dressy than some of the outfits I've been in lately. I just have my cropped denim jacket, which is thrifted Levi's, and then I don't know if you guys can see, but I have my little rose earrings that I got at a market a really long time ago. And then I just have this black bodysuit. It's just like a short sleeve, which is from KMART. And then I have this little, like, it's kind of like a utility style denim pink mini skirt. This I thrifted as well. And then I just have my blue Michael Kors bag that I thrifted. And then I just have my chunky pink combat boots, which are from Piha. So that's my outfit. Super cute fit, super happy with it. Phil and I are just about to head into Ahuriri and just get some fresh air before Phil has work tonight. A beautiful day today. There's a little bit more cloud than what there has been over. Hello friends, so we've just got to Ahuriri. Look at Phil's baby face.
Yeah,
He's shaved. Your hair's still quite long though.
Yeah.
But it kind of looks better with the baby face than it did before Phil goes off to work. Thought we'd just chill.
Yeah.
Go for a walk. Gotta put our masks on too because COVID. Are you good to go?
Yeah.
Yeah? So we're jumping back in the car. Saw a few people from church out and about, which was nice.
Yeah.
Were they there this morning?
Yeah.
They were. Oh yeah. Phil and I thought we'd go into KMART because Kmart have started releasing their Christmas stuff. I thought we'd go in and have a wee look because they've released quite a lot on the website now, and it's October, and usually they release their Christmas stuff in October. So this isn't going to be like a Kmart shop with me, obviously. So I'm going to go in and have a wee look. So I guess I'll catch you guys at Kmart. Alrighty, so we're back from Kmart. I didn't take my camera in there because A, it's busy, and B, I do want to do a separate Kmart shop with me for Christmas, which I'm hoping that I can film while I'm still here in Hawke's Bay. But I did start my Christmas shopping, but I only bought one thing. I bought these two little silver glittery reindeer. We've bought these in previous years, so we have got rose gold and gold ones of these at home, but I really wanted some silver ones, and I thought I'd grab them now while I see them because I have a feeling they're gonna sell out quite quick. And they're only $2. Gonna drive to this one's work and drop them off, and I guess I'll catch you guys back at Phil's a little bit later on. So yeah, that has just kind of been my day up until this point. My plans for the rest of the day: first things first, I want to take all the washing off the line and fold it and bring my stuff in here and put Phil's stuff away in his room, just because it is forecasted to rain for like the whole of next week, so I really don't want our washing to get caught in the rain. And then I want to finish editing off my wedding vlog. So I started editing it yesterday and I literally only have like 10 minutes left to edit, but I was up till like 1:15 editing it last night because my sleeping schedule has been really bad with lockdown, and because it's daylight savings, everything is just thrown out. I did want to upload it today, but I think I'm just going to upload it tomorrow instead. Super happy with it. So it'll be up by the time that you guys watch this video, obviously, so I'll leave it down below and in the eye. Probably should clean up my suitcase because this is currently what it's looking like, and it is low-key stressing me out. And then I do have church online at 6:15 tonight, which is my church from back home. But yeah, that's kind of the plan going forward. Phil is at work at the moment, so he'll probably be working till quite late tonight, I would imagine. I'll show you guys my bike now so that I actually remember to show you guys. So sorry the garage is a little bit dark. I don't know where the light switches are. Like, I've looked for them, but I can't find them, and I don't know how to pull this big door up. But this is my new bike, so it has been living at Phil's place because we tried to fit it in my boot of my car last time, but it didn't quite work. So I think this time Phil's gonna take the wheel off and then show me how to reattach it so that I can take it up to Auckland. How cute is it? It's very vintage. It is rose gold, so it's a perfect color. Our bike ride that we went on the other day was like 3 hours. So yeah, it was super good. I love the basket on the front because it means I can just chuck my bag in there and I can chuck a jacket in there and I'm good to go. So if anyone is wondering, this bike is just from Kmart, so I will link it down below if I can find it on the website. It's a very, very me bike, and I feel like it's just very like vintage and like kind of has like Paris vibes. And just before I get the washing in, I thought I would show you guys my notes from church as well. So today we went through Luke chapter 15 verses 11 to 32. So this is the passage of the prodigal son. So I took a couple pages of notes, but yeah, this is a very kind of like well-known passage. It's a really nice passage that talks about like forgiveness and like God's love for his people kind of thing. And it was actually a different preacher today because our pastor is away in Rotorua preaching at another church. Super helpful. I have heard this passage before, but it's always nice to be reminded of it. And if anyone is wondering, I have shown this before in videos, but the Bible that I have is the Global Study Bible. It's the English Standard standard version, and it's really good because it has like the verses and stuff down the bottom, and it just has like little like extra notes and stuff, so then if you get stuck while you're reading it you can refer to the notes down here. And then it also has like maps and stuff, like things like this that kind of show you where things are, so it's super helpful. So I just cleaned up in here, so everything is looking so much better. By the way, I don't know if I actually mentioned, but I'm staying at Phil's flat. My parents are down in the South Island and they're a little bit hesitant on seeing me because I've been up in Auckland. It's been quite nice. There's only one other flatmate here at the moment because the other flatmate, he was here but then he's traveling up to Hamilton today. But now I'm gonna sit and try and get this wedding vlog finished. Hello friends. So it is a little bit later on now. It is 5:30 and I have just finished editing my wedding vlog. That's currently saving at the moment, so it's on 16%, so we'll have to watch it back after church. I've just written up my description as well. This is how I actually remember what to actually write in my description and remember to link anything. And then I think I'm just gonna relax, to be honest, until church. It's kind of gone a little bit grey outside now, like it's still a little bit blue. It might rain tonight.
What we needed at that point. Now it's important not to confuse the two. God gave Gideon not guidance. His word had already given that loud and clear.
Hello friends. So it is a little bit later on now. It is about 8:15. I have just put on Phil's hoodie because I'm getting really cold and I don't really have any hoodies with me. I've only got like jackets, but I just wanted to come on here. So church is obviously all finished up now and I just watched my video back. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with all the footage that I have. I just finished making my thumbnail. It looks very blue in the camera, but as you guys will see on my channel, it is not that blue. And while I've got my notes book here, I thought I would show you guys the notes that I took for church. So if you guys have not been watching any of my other vlogs and you don't know, my church is currently going through the book of Judges. The book of Judges is not for the faint-hearted. For church today we went through Judges 6, so I took these notes and then a little bit over the page as well. So we're just talking about Gideon's story, kind of just a story of remembering that God is our Lord and Savior and we shouldn't need to test God, making sure that we're serious about God and that we need to trust him and stuff. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the evening. Maybe watch a little bit of YouTube, since literally I don't really have any work to do, and then tomorrow I can upload and then Tuesday can probably start editing another vlog. Hello friends. So it is a lot later now I feel like it almost kind of looks like I'm back in my bed in the apartment. This headboard is ours. But yeah, it's currently like, I think like 20 past 11. As you guys would have just seen, Phil got home from work. He got home from work at about 9:30, and then we just made dinner. So as you guys would have just seen, we made chicken and rice risotto, and Phil and I just watched 2 episodes of season 7 of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Just wanted to come on here and end this vlog, so I really hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. I know it has probably been very choppy, so I am sorry about that. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Please remember to turn on the notifications and check out my social media. It's always linked down below. I'll leave Phil's socials as well down below. He wasn't in the vlog too much today, but he was in it like a little bit. One other thing I did want to address is that it's just me in the bed. Phil and I are back to sleeping separate now, which I think will be a nice transition into going back to Auckland. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys very soon. Bye.